to share this as a point to consider, especially as these little ones are getting bigger, as they're now more grown. They're starting to explore and to do more things. And it's really easy for the things that we desire for them to do and the way that we desire for them to grow up to overshadow them. And I'm here to help us navigate through that. So, you ready? If we've not yet met, my name is Lydia, and I'm all about empowering women to be able to show up in their lives unapologetically. And part of that, especially as moms, is recognizing it's very easy for us to live vicariously through our kids. So I pose to you this question: are you living through your kids, or are you living with your kids? Okay, so classic example, it's the you had a sport, for example, that you were really great at, or you had a subject that you excelled at while you were in school. So let's just call it a subject, right? So you were fantastic at baseball. Okay, you were an awesome baseball player for us ladies. You were amazing at softball. It was something you did in high school. You played a little bit in college. You really enjoyed it. It brought you some of your greatest moments of joy and connection and fun and adventure. And now with your own children, you're going, oh, I love it. They're going to be at the age where they're going to be able to do those same things. They're going to be able to learn how to play. They're going to be able to learn how to catch. They're going to be able to learn how to hit. And then they're going to go on a team and they're going to have a great time. And it's going to be just like old times. And that's wonderful if that, in fact, is the desire that your child has, in which case you're able to share with them and allow them to form their own new experiences, which would be living with your kids, helping them to connect with and explore what it is that they enjoy. Where it makes a subtle shift, where we tend to start out, is in the place of living through our kids, right? And it's this idea of, well, they're going to be amazing at it because I was amazing at it. And so they're just going to pick up where I left off. They're going to do phenomenal. They're going to do the exact same things I did. If not, they're going to be even better. And as much as that is on your heart, number one, if that's not what your child is desiring to do, it's placing pressure on them to show up as a mini version of yourself. And two, it can lead to places and it can lead to situations where you find yourself feeling really frustrated. You find yourself feeling really angry. You find yourself feeling very disappointed. All these very large emotions because of the fact that there isn't that connection that's happening from what you love to this human that you love. Okay. Sometimes our kids will be willing to run along with us because they desire to please us. They desire to have that time of connection. We just need to be careful with the fact that it could be very much a trying to almost earn your love, earn your acceptance, because you're living through them versus being in a place to figure out and to be curious about what it is that they're designed to do, what it is that they love to do. Okay. Great example for me personally is with my daughter. We are both built very similarly. And yet I'm finding that I tend to be someone who's very strong in math and not so much in reading. And she's the exact opposite. So there are ways that she's willing to engage in that numbers space. But honestly, if it was up to her, she'd just read all day. Right. And for a while, I had this feeling of, oh no, she's going to do this and she's going to do really well and she's going to excel at math. Right. The only thing was, I was placing in those moments, and it took me a moment to go, oh, wait, I see what I'm doing. I was placing her in this place where she would only have connection with me, or I would somehow value her more, right? Without me necessarily saying it, but it was starting to happen in my mind. Somehow I would value her more if she was more like me. If you've ever felt that way, I'd love for you to share that in the comments. Recognizing that that does not make you a bad person. It does not make you a bad human. It just makes you human. And so that's the reason why it's recognizing it's a very intentional shift from being in this place where we're so focused on ourselves and how they can be a better version of us versus saying, I choose to be curious and aware of how it is that you're designed. And so now, recognizing when that happens, when that shift happens, I go, you know what? Let's read together. Let's create together. Let's draw together, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. This is for my daughter. I choose to learn from her and experience her within that space. She loves to write notes. I have one of her notes right here. It's super sweet. She loves to express and connect in that way. That was so not me as a kid, and that's okay. And part of it's recognizing that I am using this as an opportunity to better understand what her gifting is. Just the same way that I'm choosing to learn about my own giftings. And that was a process that, again, very intentional, very much with unfolding, and it continues to unfold. It's a really beautiful thing. I hope that this is something that gives you some pause, some things to think about in terms of how you relate to your own children, how you will relate to the future as they grow up. It may even give you some pause to think about how you grew up and if there were things that were happening with your own family where there was expectations that you would carry on a particular legacy or particular way of doing things. Okay. The other part of it is, I want to make sure to mention this, Spark is a process that I found to be very helpful. It's something that I created to be able to be in that place of taking an internal assessment of what it is that my particular gifting is, what your particular gifting is. It has helped so many to be able to take a moment and go, wow, now I understand why these pieces lined up the way they did. Now I'm understanding why these patterns and things are prevalent in my life. It's all been pointing me towards something really important. If this is something that would be of value to you, just comment Spark below. You're also welcome, of course, to message me if you have any questions on it. It is truly a powerful resource. So I want to make sure to offer that to you. As well as in our Facebook group, we're going to be starting up a study of atomic habits. Very excited about that. We're going to be launching that here in a couple of weeks. And next week is spring break. So it's going to be a little bit of a downtime week for us, at least here. So if you'd like to join, we're going to be doing that towards the end of March. We'd love to have you in that space. Just click on the link for the Facebook group or comment habits below, and I'll be sure to get that information to you. So have an amazing rest of your day. Know that you are amazing, and I love to see more about how you are choosing to live with your kids as they're learning and growing, you're learning and growing, and exploring and learning about this new world together. Have a good one.